No matter how famous you are, you're not Seinfeld famous. Hi, I'm Nate Bargatze. This is For the Record.
Okay, let's get started.
This picture is me playing George Washington. Never thought I would have a connection with George Washington, and I'm sure this is one that, if he was here, he would be proud of, and I'd get to meet him. That's what I like to picture. Like, I'd get to meet him, and he'd be like, hey, and he's like, you're the, and I go, yeah, and then that would be about it. This is the most viral thing I've ever done. It got passed around everywhere. It still gets passed around now. It was fun to get to be a part of something that known with a show, Saturday Night Live. It perfectly played to my strengths. It did not go off as good in table read, but I knew once we got in front of an audience, my timing be off that crowd, that it would do good. And so we did it in dress rehearsal last. It destroyed, and then it went on to what it's become. This photo, this is an appearance with Fallon. Yeah, this is my old look. It looked like I used to sell boats for a living. It looked like Justin Bieber wasn't gonna make it. This is what he would have looked like. Or if he just was a dad, a Canadian dad, this is where he would have been.
Which of your Fallon appearances sticks out to you the most?
The first time I got to just do the couch. Mostly I'm doing stand-up, and maybe you get to go sit on the couch. So when I was able to just go straight to the couch, that was a big check-off moment that you entered into a different spot in your career. To get to do it all with Jimmy made it unbelievable. This photo is in New York for SNL 50, the New York Comedy Club. It used to be the Eastville Comedy Club, and it's me, Todd Barry, Jim Gaffigan, Mark Norman, and Matt Ruby, all comedians. We were on the show. I bought that jacket and that under thing that day. I was pretty pumped about that jacket. This room is where I first got Conan. So my first late night appearance was Late Night with Conan O'Brien. First time I did Late Night with Conan was September, and then it was December, they were doing more auditions. I go, I'm gonna try to audition again. My managers at the time, they go, you can't audition again because you were on it too recent. And I was like, well, I bet I could try. And they go, you can't try. I was like, well, I'm just gonna do it on my own. So then they came down, they're like, oh, so you went ahead and did it. I go, yeah, I don't know why you're saying I can't. And I got on it again, so that felt good. It means, just don't listen to when people tell you stuff. Just go do it. Just do what you feel. Me and Haley Joe Osment. It's at a golf tournament. We played golf together a few times. So he played Entourage the movie, Billy Bob Thornton's son. So I auditioned for that part. I went to an acting coach, and I was like, I got this audition, and we did it. And I go, what do you think? And he told me, I think you should try to get out of the audition. It would come off better you canceling than it would you showing up. That's how bad I did. And I was like, I don't care, so I went and did it. I got a call back. They were like, if you dyed your hair black, I think you would look younger. And they go, did you read the script? And I go, I did not, because I'm a big fan of Entourage and I did not want to ruin the movie. Then well, you need to read it. So then I read the script and came back. I did not dye my hair. But I was like, again, why am I going to go change everything? Like, who are we kidding? I'm not going to get it against. Look, they made the right choice, and the movie was fun.
Were there any other roles you auditioned for but didn't get?
One was The Daily Show, when Jon Stewart was there. My audition tape was so good, they showed it to other people auditioning, being like, this is the type of audition we want. Jordan Klepper, who got the part, it was between me and him. So we go to The Daily Show, and I look in that earlier picture. It looked like I was going to divorce court trying to get to see my daughter. And the judge was like, no, he goes, obviously we can't. I go in and I do my little part with Jon Stewart, and then there was another part I was having to read the words of John Oliver, I had to do a green screen. Well, John Oliver's quite the educated man, and let's just say we used some different words. And the audition went really bad. I don't know if I was a block away and they already called my agent and said, he's not getting it. That's one I always regret, because comedians, we don't know how to take something serious. But they also made the right choice. This is a Christmas show on CBS, and it is a play on the George Washington sketch. Streeter and Mikey wrote this with me. They loved it because we shot this at the Grand Ole Opry. It's about 5,000 seats, so they've never done a sketch with that many people in the crowd. Pausing for the laughter and all this stuff was just so different and something that they haven't experienced. So it was fun to watch them get to do what they do best in that kind of a big setting. Darius Rucker crushed it. and he was super funny. Darius is someone else I've got to know. I like doing stuff with people that I have a relationship with. I want everything to feel like it's like we're friends. And me and Darius are friends, and we've golfed together a lot. We had Carrie Underwood, also another one that came on and sang a Christmas song for us. So getting to host this and put this all together, it was just like, I would say, one of my highlights of my career. This is me and my dad in Las Vegas at the Wynn. My dad's a magician, so he comes out with me and opens with me sometimes on the road. So this is one of the first times we did it. He still had we made him win. We didn't make him, but he's still got his badge on to let him backstage, just in case. People will put a stop to him, because he doesn't look like he should be back there. When I got my dad to open for me, he was very excited about it, and he cries a lot.
Thanks for loving my son.
People in the audience is crying, so I got to put a stop to that pretty quick because I got to do a show. So I learned a quick line is when he cries and I get up there, and then I just go, just so you know, that was not my dad. And then that brings everybody back to having fun. This is me and Jerry Seinfeld. We went to a diner. Me and him have got to know each other. He's been very, very nice to me. He sent me a voice text after my special Hello World. And the fact that he did it in a voice text is unbelievable. And I was able to keep it. My parents able to hear it, to hear his voice, the voice I know so well, be so nice to me. You know, no matter how famous you are, you're not Seinfeld famous. Because you could think you're like, I'm pretty big now. And then you go, you're not Seinfeld, dude. You're just not that. All right, come check me out on tour. The Big Dumb Eyes tour. It's gonna be amazing. We're going back to a bunch of cities. Bring your grandparents. I am for grandparents. Thanks for watching.